In this session, I'll be showing how a new user performs a self-registration with domain validation. I'll be showing a user navigating to the XSpectra login page, selecting the register link, filling out the new user account form, receiving the email notification, and activating their account. For a new user to register for an account in your XSpectra tenant, the user will click the register link. Clicking this link presents the user with a page with the available options to register for a new account. We'll be clicking on the register link, so the user will be filling out a new user account form. So we'll begin with filling out the user's first and last name, and we'll give this user a test email so we can receive the email notifications upon completion of the registration. We'll choose the user's username and enter a password that complies with password policies for your organization. You'll see that there's a password strength meter that notifies the user whether their password meets security settings. So right now we're at a medium strength password. Usually we recommend a stronger password, but for the sake of the demo, we'll just continue on. On the next fields here, we'll be entering the user's security questions and responses. These security questions are used for several different self-service tasks, such as retrieving a forgotten password or a forgotten username. The security questions are able to be selected from a list of available security questions. All these questions can be modified, added to, or removed by a system administrator. So for this demonstration, we'll be showing how a user performs a self-registration when the tenant registration link is set to domain validation, which means the user must enter an email address with a proper domain that meets the current domain settings for the tenant. Currently, the tenant is set to gmail.com. So if we enter this information, this account would be successfully created, since the associated email address for this user has the appropriate domain listed. However, if we change this to a different domain than that of the tenant, we'll receive the notification that the task cannot be completed because the domains do not match. Now, the theory behind this is that only users from your organization should have email addresses with the organization's domain, and thus, if they don't have access to select the activation link that is sent to their email address after the user has been created, then the account will not be activated. And I'll continue on with that explanation further in the demonstration. So we've set the user's domain for their email address to Yahoo instead of Gmail, and we'll enter the CAPTCHA image below. All right, we'll click Submit. We've received the error I spoke of earlier. The tenant domain and the user's email domain do not match, so this user account cannot be created since the user does not have the proper domain for the email address. So we'll change this now to the proper domain of gmail.com. That's configurable. We're just showing the demonstration here today. And we'll enter the CAPTCHA image once again. And click Submit. So now the task has been submitted, and we've received a confirmation from XSpectra that the task has been completed. We've also received a notification that an account has been created, and to check your email address for the directions to enable the account. So now we'll go to that email address we've set up for this user, Karen Davis, and we can see that there is an email from XSpectra, and this email welcomes the user to XSpectra. It lists the user's username and gives Karen an activation link. Clicking this link will activate her account, and then she'd be able to log into her XSpectra user console. So by clicking the Activate My Account link, we'll activate Karen's account in XSpectra. We've received a confirmation that her account was activated successfully. So we'll click a link back to the demo login page, and we'll log in with Karen's username and password. And now we've successfully logged in to Karen's XSpectra user console. To review what I've demonstrated, I've shown an end user navigated to the XSpectra login page, selected the register link, filled out the new user account form, received the email notification, and activated their account. And that is how a new user performs a self-registration with a domain validation.